What's going on, people, man? It's Keymo Podcast News. Check this out, man. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel. I'm at 9,000 and change. I'm trying to get to 10,000. Listen up, man. I talk everything. Relationships, credit. I talk sports. I talk battle rap. Everything goes. Listen up, man. Please be a supporter. Don't be a hater. Once again, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. I'm working on a lot of stuff. For everyone that already follow me, thank you. I appreciate you. Let's keep it going. Once again, thanks. Let's do this. Hi guys, Keymo Media. Another podcast episode with these beautiful young ladies. I would love for you guys to introduce yourselves. You don't really have to get deep into what you do, but at least tell the people and the fans out there a little about yourself.
I guess I'll start.
Go ahead, Dee.
I'm Denise. I'm a Scorpio. My favorite color is green because it's the color of money. And I'm sorry, let me stop.
It's okay. We're having fun. Just, feel comfortable and do.
Okay. All you geeks.
My name's Keely. I am a former high school teacher. I'm now in law. I also do social media stuff on the side. And I'm hyped to be here.
Okay. Next.
I'm Samantha. I am a 6th grade math teacher, a real estate agent, an investor, and an author.
And a baller.
And adding to the list.
Right.
But also happy to be here. So.
Okay.
My name is Darian. I just moved down from New York not too long ago, about a year.
Okay.
I am in law and it's been like 5 years. Kind of over it, but I'm happy to be here.
Love it.
Thanks to Keely and my friends.
Okay, so the first question we have today, or I don't want to say it's controversial, but we're going to talk about marriage. What do you guys feel about marriage? Do you think marriage is a business transaction nowadays? Do people marry for love? What's your opinion on marriage?
I'm going to go last because I have been married.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like my views are very different. So Samantha, what are your views?
Go ahead, queen, go off.
I am not married, never been married. I don't know. I think sometimes people do it for the wrong reasons. I feel like if it's done for the right reasons, I think it's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. My parents have been married for 30 plus years and they're still best friends, so it does work. But I also see situations where people kind of just do it because it's something they think that they have to do, or they believe it's the next step or whatever it may be. I also see people do it like a business transaction. Some people do it for money. But I think it's a very expensive thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's even more expensive to get out of. So I think it's something that...
Expensive in what way, though?
Weddings are very expensive.
But not everybody has a wedding.
You're right.
That's a very
I think what I meant by that is it's very expensive to get out of. That's really the point I was getting.
To get out of.
So that's something, but I think that's something that, well, obviously...
You shouldn't get married to plan to get out of it, though. And if you do, that's what prenups are for.
I do agree.
Yeah.
But I think that goes back to saying, I think sometimes people get married for the wrong reasons, in which...
But I truly understand, in a way, where she's coming from, because let's say you get married, you have investments together, you have kids, you have a lot of stuff, bank accounts. When I'm not saying that's what she means, but that can be expensive to let everything dissolve like that.
And time is money, baby. So sometimes, you may. I'm 30 now, so I feel like I'm more level-headed in picking my partner and what I want them to bring to the table. Because I know I bring a lot to the table, but there's some people that get married young, and they kind of grow apart. So I feel like sometimes. Sorry.
It's a podcast, so this is going to...
Okay, so I feel like sometimes... I kind of lost my train of thought.
Okay.
Young.
I can go next if you want.
Okay, so sometimes like I might be growing in a different direction than you, and because you're not on the same maybe entrepreneur path that I am, it might hold me back a little bit because I don't have that partner to really build with me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm on that path, so I know who I want by my side and I know who's gonna help me build. But that's time wasted. Now I've been married and now we decide to break up, and now I'm finding myself and I'm 30 years old trying to get to that. So that's kind of expensive too. That's time you could have been kind of building.
So in your 30 plus years,
I'm 30. Take
not okay. Well, 30 minus years. In your 30 minus years, right?
Talk to him.
Okay, let's say this. Have you gotten close to marriage? Did anyone propose?
No.
Oh,
Not-
that was quick.
No. She's okay.
I mean, I've had long relationships, but it's never got to. Nobody's ever proposed. And yeah.
So long relationships meaning
A couple years.
a couple, a two.
He said 2 plus.
So I'm a math teacher. I'm gonna need you not to get literal.
No, because a couple. I don't think two years is a long time in a relationship. That's just me.
But I'm also the type of person that like if it's
Time
not.
is money. She said it. Time is money.
Time is money, right?
Facts,
So
facts.
like if
We
it's
get married. No.
right, if it's
Okay.
if it's gonna work, it's gonna work. If it's not, it's not. And
But you tend to know if it's going to work or not.
Not
Because
even,
some women know it's not going to work and they hold on to it and they hold on to it.
yeah. But I mean, I think that also has to do with age too. Like when I was 20, you couldn't tell me nothing.
right.
And now at 30, I'm like, do I really need a man? Yes, but for what?
You say, do I really
Not
need a man?
need, not need. Don't
You're
ever
right,
need
you're
a
right.
man. It's okay
Damn
to
right.
want a
No,
man,
want a
Damn
man.
right.
Yeah.
Damn right.
but don't ever need one.
Yes,
And I know I don't need to tell you that.
It's
I
facts.
tell you that.
But
I'll just help with your wording.
I think every woman should have a man. Me personally, I think every woman.
Every woman
I don't
wants
think
a
you
man.
should grow.
Or partner.
Yeah,
But you
partner.
also shouldn't just
Like
be with a
partner.
man just to be with a man.
Facts.
Facts.
But that's why it's important to find the right partner for you, because if you find the right partner, then you guys are complementing each other.
Yes.
Now, when you're with a person for the wrong reasons, you're either using them for something that you don't have in your life or you want in your life, or you want this whatever lifestyle because of this person, then you're obviously marrying for the wrong reason, and that's
Right.
when it gets expensive because you're gonna get yourself into trouble. So,
But would you agree that you see that a lot?
oh yeah, especially
Okay.
nowadays, I feel
Yeah,
like women
that's my point.
and
Like,
men
it's common.
don't
I see
commit for love; they commit for
The moment.
I think a lot of people commit for finances.
sure.
I think a lot of women, they don't want to do it on their own.
And I don't mind it.
I think that is the younger generation.
Agreed.
I feel like
Okay.
I can only speak for my own generation. I mean, okay, I got married when I was 20 years old.
That's young.
That's very young, and I thought I was grown. But I also grew up in a family where my parents have been married for 40 years.
Yeah.
And I grew up knowing you find a partner, you're with this partner, you have children, you live your life. I didn't want to explore and do all of that crazy stuff. So I settled down very young.
Okay.
And I was married for 10 years, which is a long ass time too. So I wasn't married for a little year or two or nothing like that. I was married, I had children, I bought myself a home, we invested, we did the whole thing.
During,
But I did that-
during your transformation time.
But I
too.
did this at 20.
Mhm.
But then by the time I got 10 years later, I realized that also those views of getting married and staying in a relationship for this long, a lot of those, our grandparents, our parents, I'm not talking about my parents, I don't know any of that, but I know grandparents and things like that would stay in marriages also for the wrong reasons because they refused to look bad on getting a divorce, and they allowed the cheating and they allowed, you know, the stuff to happen because they refused to say they were divorcing. So I think the difference with my generation or myself, I can speak about myself, is I believe in love, I believe in relationship, I believe in commitment, but I won't stay in that to say that I stayed if I don't feel like this is where my life needs to go.
Okay.
So I feel like I made the decision to get out of that and start over, even though I had committed 10 years of my life
So
to this
nowhere in those 10 years did you feel like it was worth saving, like counseling?
person. Oh, we did all that. 10 years?
What, counseling?
10 years?
Wow.
2 kids?
Trust me, I know, because I was never married. I was in an 8-year relationship, I was doing the music thing, running around. We had the biggest song on the radio, and I was in love with the woman I was with. Mm-hmm. But I was so consumed about making money, and money was coming from every direction. Mm-hmm. And she tried to have counseling, and I just...
So
you didn't want to.
Money is a huge thing in marriages, and I feel like my partner at the time got overwhelmed with marriage and father life and that life, that his work life took over. Okay. But because of that, when I was in the most need of catering to our relationship and being there, I had 2 little babies at the same time while I was going through struggles in my marriage. Nothing was being fixed, therefore it just goes downhill. And it got to the point where counseling was doing nothing, because if 2 people are not there to work on it, what are you doing? I'm sitting here, I'm in this room by myself.
Right.
I think it works, and if what I know now, if I knew back then, I probably would have did counseling, because our relationship wasn't bad. It's just I didn't understand. I was so young.
But now you wish that you put that effort.
Yeah, because I had 3 kids with her, and I felt like
It's a lot of kids.
Pay the bills, come home. What are you tripping about?
Exactly.
I'm not cheating.
Okay.
So what's the issue? So to me, I'm trying to figure out like why is she upset?
But I think that's the fault of men, is thinking all they have to do is pay the bills, because that was what my partner always said.
And
why pay the bills?
That's a pill guys have to swallow, because when we're young, we don't get it. I tell every woman that I know, like I'm really cool with, a young guy is not mature. We don't mature until we hit
50.
Facts.
50? I would say 28.
I can't even
No.
No.
Don't even.
I started maturing when I was 28.
What I will say is you can't put a number on it.
You really.
I don't
You
think
can't.
It's the
You
person.
And I can speak on that.
Because
You want to speak? Because you sound like you want to get into this one. Like, she said, I'm jumping in this one.
Well, my partner, I've been with him for 5 years, and he had to grow up quickly and be the man of the home. It was just his mom and sister and him. So he quickly had to like gather himself up and be the man of the house. So he is super responsible, a great guy, values like our relationship emotionally. Like he supports me, I support him.
And how old is he? Sorry.
25.
Okay.
So
Okay, because he started young, taking care of
so
the...
he's very beyond his
And
years.
that's why I
He's
say it
very-
depends on the person. Like, you really can't put an age on it, because I know 40-year-olds that, like,
Immature.
it's just not it.
He
Yeah,
hadn't had a
that's crazy.
Saturday
Well,
off.
I'm not dating him, but I see it. You know,
Yeah.
I see it. Like, you know.
You know what's crazy? Because you'll see a 40-year-old in the club with 25-year-olds. Because, like, I manage artists, and I'm so, I remember I went to a club with my artists, and it was like 19-year-old girls in the club. I felt like a pervert. Like, I literally felt like...
Yeah.
I left. Like, I literally, let's say, bro, I gotta leave.
I got a meeting in the morning. I gotta go.
Yeah, because it's like...
It's not for you.
It's like watching kids that with this yay high, and it's like...
And I think it's wild, even if like a 40-year-old is going after somebody who's like 25. Once again, every circumstance is different. But I feel like, I think at 25 I was very mature and was established by 25. But even when I look back, like, you're still so young, and there's so much that you haven't experienced
There's nothing
that a
you
30
can-
or 40-year-old would like.
There's nothing you have in common.
Right.
Absolutely not. I don't care how mature you think you are at 20.
Right.
You're not relating to someone in their 30s. Because I look at myself now, I'm 32.
Right.
When I was 20, I was a
Totally different person.
And she was married
And
with
I was
kids
married.
and like was
Right.
for a 20-year-old very mature,
but nowhere near where I'm at now as far as life experience
Yeah,
and
I feel
just
like you've had a lot of
and-
room to find yourself too. you know?
100%.
So that's a good thing.
it's just different areas of your life.
Okay, so marriage, very, very good topic we
Controversial.
just had. Very good topic.